and I'm very happy to be here with you once again. So this morning I welcome everybody to the stream, and then in this stream I'll be speaking to you about how to construct the chicken cage. Okay, that is what we'll be speaking about this morning. It's about construction of chicken cage or the coop. Okay, my recommendation, what I recommend you should do whenever it comes to raising local chickens. Okay, and then I'll be sharing if they fall outbreak. Okay, so you cannot afford to miss any part of this particular stream. But if you are new, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Okay, if you are new, subscribe to the channel, and then make sure that our streams every blessed day, so that you continue to update your knowledge whenever it comes to raising local chickens. If you have any question, leave it in the comment of the video, or you can bring it out during the live stream, the live chat we discuss. Okay, so guys, I just want to thank the OGs, the subscribers, and then the fans of this particular platform. I'm very happy. I appreciate your presence, and then it is my joy to see you, to be part of this noble family. I'm happy, and then I can assure you and I can promise you that our dream shall be fulfilled. We shall fulfill our dream. Okay, we are going to reach out to the world with this amazing news of how to actually make money raising local chickens or raising any local bird, being duck, guinea fowl, turkey, or doves. So without much ado, let's proceed into the video. Now, whenever it comes to raising local chickens, the most important thing, or the first and then the foremost important thing, is where you'll be keeping the birds, the structure. Okay, are you going to be raising your birds semi-intensively, intensively, or on a free range? I recommend, if you want to raise local chickens for eggs, you keep them intensively. If you want to raise them for meat, you keep them intensively. That means you are going into this as a business, so you make provisions for the space. Okay, so if you have space in your house, what I recommend you to do is make a structure, chicken coop. Okay, make a chicken coop, get a wood and make a complete house for them, not a cage, because the house, they can move, they have the space to move freely than the cage. And then also the aeration in the space or in the coop is also better than the aeration in the cage. So if you have the space in your house, just take your time, go in there, get some timbers, or if you are living in Ghana, and then timber is costing in Ghana. We are not in Uganda, so here in Ghana timber is costing. But you can get other woods, like let's say the neem leaf, the neem tree, and then other trees that can help do the job. We can get them. Okay, bamboo is there. Get these logs. Okay, mount them well enough, and then make a chicken coop. Okay, make a complete house for them. It should be sizable enough, depending on the number of birds you are raising. Okay, those things they have been saying about dimensions. You are the farmer. Okay, you have to do what resonates well with you. Construct a well chicken coop. If you have the space in your house, invest the time. Now, the things that you'll be needing, the first thing is the log or the wood. The second thing is you need the chicken wire mesh. Okay, the chicken wire mesh. So the space in the chicken wire mesh is very, very small, so it prevents birds and then some of the predators from entering the coop. So you get the chicken wire mesh. Okay, then you get either chain link or the actual wire mesh, the big size. So it gives strength to the coop. It also prevents other predators, the human predators, from coming and cut your cage and then going in for the birds. So you get the chicken wire mesh, the whole coil, get the chain link, the whole coil, or get the actual or the normal wire mesh. This one, this not the chicken wire mesh. Okay, the chicken wire mesh is very smaller than this one. Okay, this is the normal wire mesh. So get chicken wire mesh. Okay, I constructed this cage on my own without having any technical knowledge. Okay, so the problems that I will say about these things to help you to also construct yours without committing the same error. The first thing is get the chicken wire mesh. If you go there to buy your wire mesh, get the chicken wire mesh. Okay, that will be in the inside, and then you get the wire mesh itself or the chain link, which will serve as a protective for the chicken wire mesh, because the chicken wire mesh is not strong enough. Okay, now what the chicken wire mesh will cause is it will help the birds or the young chicks from getting out. You know, if you place the chicks in this cage, okay, they will be passing through these spaces. Okay, they can easily pass through these spaces, the chicks. So that is one problem I've faced as I contrasted this cage. So have you seen it? I have to come and use that plastic mesh to cover the downside, because it's easy for them to pass through the spaces. The spaces are wide enough for them to pass through. So you don't want to repeat this mistake. If you know that you'll be keeping chicks inside, then go in for a chicken wire mesh. Okay, that is the first and then the foremost thing you need. So the second thing that I will recommend is get somebody, a carpenter, that will assist you in the construction of the coop, because if you want to do it on your own, it's going to take time. So get a technical hand to assist you. Okay, get a technical hand, and then you will support the person. As you are supporting the person, you are learning some one or two things. Okay, make provisions for the person so that you can pay the person. So the other things you need, the person will spell it out for you. You need the roofing sheet. Okay, the roofing sheet. You need the roofing sheet to cover the cage or the coop, which I recommend you should go in for the coop rather than the cage. Okay, because the coop is well enough, big enough to host the birds. The birds have enough space to roam about. Now, why I constructed this particular cage is because the place is already fenced. Okay, when you see here, you can see that the place is already fenced, well covered. Okay, well covered. Now, why I did not cover the top of this building is because I need good aeration in this house. Okay, the birds needs good aeration. You know, this is a normal building which I'm using, so I have to construct a cage in the building rather than roofing the building. If I roofed the building, the aeration in here will decrease, which will affect the growth and then the performance of the birds. So I just leave it like this, and then I go in for the cage. So if in this instance you have a space like this in your house, you have uncompleted building, then you have to go in for the cage, so that the birds will be using the cage as a resting point during the night, and during the time of raining and then sunny days, they will go in the cage, rest, come out, and then forage around in the house. Okay, that is when you go in for the cage, if you are using a space like this. But if you are not using any space like this, you just have a house, you are living in a house. If you are living in a rented apartment which you don't have much space, you can go in for the cage. But what I would recommend is don't do the cage like this. Okay, don't construct the cage like how I've constructed it, chamber 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't do it like that. Okay, just make it to be just a complete cage for the birds. Don't demarcate it small like this. Okay, the middle section here is not needed. If you are constructing it, the middle section is not needed. If you want to host the grown birds inside, they will not contain it. So then middle one is not needed, so just remove it. Okay, remove it. The middle one is not needed. You can divide it into two, so that you use one side for the birds that will be laying eggs for you with the roosters, and then you give another section to the birds that will be laying with roosters, okay, depending on the number that you are raising. But then don't do it like this, because it's not big enough, which will give good aeration for the birds to perform. Okay, for the birds to perform, there should be good aeration. So that is what I have experienced as I've constructed this particular cage. Even though it's a very good cage, it can host birds. It's good for birds, for chicks, day old chicks. From day old to week 12 is good for them. Okay, it's good for them, but it's not good for laying hens and then that of the roosters. They can stay in here, they sleep in here. When day breaks, I have to open them to come out. They cannot stay in here for long. Okay, they'll be traumatized and then they will die. So don't repeat that same mistake. Okay, the middle lane is not needed. Okay, because you are going to start with birds that are at the point of laying, so you don't need to commit these errors. Okay, so if you have the space and then you want to construct the cage, just make it to be a full cage, complete cage. Don't demarcate the middle. Okay, make it to be a full complete cage. If the height is 5 feet, this height is 5 feet, it should be 5 feet complete, 5 feet complete. Don't divide it into 2.5, no, it should be 5 feet, so that there will be good aeration for the birds. Okay, you can only divide it vertically, so that you use one side for some number of birds and then you use the other side for some number of birds. Okay, so this cage, the actual height is 5 feet, the length is 8 feet. Okay, and then the width is 4 feet. So the width is very big. The cage is big. Okay, it's very big, sizable enough. It's 4 feet. Okay, this is the width, you can see, and this is the length from here to here. Is the length. It's very big, wide enough. So it can host 50 birds. Okay, 50 birds that are at the point of laying. It can host them. Okay, so that is my recommendation for you. Okay, if you have the space, create a coop, not a cage. But if you have a space like mine, then you go in for the cage. But you need a technical hand. You need a carpenter that to spell out the necessary things you need. But the most important thing you need whenever it comes to constructing the cage is the chicken mesh. Don't do that mistake and go in for wire mesh. Okay, get the chicken wire mesh and then the chain link. That will help you. Okay, now whenever it comes to treating your birds, the other tip that I would like to share with you is, these birds, if you are not supplementing them regularly and then they fall sick, it takes time for them before they recover. Okay, birds is just like we human beings. If you fall sick today, it will take you a week, 2 before you can recover. The same thing applies to the birds. So if your birds fall sick or there is an outbreak, you have to continue to treat them. When you go to the hospital, you will be recommended some medicines, and then you'll be giving those vaccines, and then you have to be taking them regularly as per by the doctor before you'll be able to recover well. So the same thing applies to the birds. You cannot just give, let's say, they fall sick, and then you begin to give them, let's say, bitter leaf. You give them the bitter leaf today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and then you want to see them recovering. No, it will take time. Okay, bit by bit. So it depends on the outbreak. If your birds are coughing, use garlic. Okay, be adding garlic to their drinking water, and it should be consistent. Okay, or give them bitter leaf extract. That is what I recommend you should give to them. If they are facing a diarrhea, use the pawpaw leaf, and it should be consistent. Now, if your birds are not recovering, then go to the pharmacy. Okay, go to the pharmacy and get some medicine for them. Okay, get some medicine for them. I'll show you. I think I have some here. So it's the only thing that you can use. It's not expensive. So let me see. whether I have some in the cupboard here. Okay, I have some here. Okay, let me show it to you. Okay, this is it. So I've shown you this before. Okay, I've shown you this medicine is not costly. Okay, the whole sachet is just 5 cedis here in Ghana. What you are going to do is you get this for them. Okay, this is the Oxyterra. Okay, so you go to the pharmacy and you get it for them, the Lepta Oxyterra. Okay, Lepta Oxyterra. You just add 1 tablet to a liter of their drinking water. Okay, if they are not recovering. So this helps boost their immune system. Now, what you do is, if you begin to give your birds this, okay, you have to stop to give them the herbal medicines. Okay, this will help them boost their immune system to recover early. They will recover earlier. Okay, so what you do is you get clean drinking water early in the morning, then you add this to the drinking water, a tablet to 1 liter. Okay, so within 3 hours you have to remove it from the house, because if it's over 3 hours it becomes toxic. So you remove it from the house and then give your birds fresh water. In the afternoon, if you serve your birds with food again, you introduce another one again. So you add another tablet to 1 liter of water, depending on the size of the birds you are raising. Okay, you add another tablet, you give it to them in the afternoon. So morning and afternoon. You do it for them 3 days, they will recover. Okay, they will recover. Then from there, you begin to supplement them with the herbal medicines, So the herbal medicines, the other thing that I found out is that if you give them the tea, if you boil the leaves, it performs more than giving them the raw mash. Okay, what I mean is, let's say for instance, if you want to serve your birds with moringa, giving them moringa tea actually works more than giving them the raw moringa, just mashing it or grinding it and giving it to them. The tea works more than the raw one. Okay, that is what I found out. So guys, I hope if you begin to practice all these things, your birds will recover. So those that are facing the outbreak currently, I'm not facing any outbreak currently. So if you are facing an outbreak currently, you can use this, the Lepta Terra. Just goes to a pharmacy and get it. It's not costly. So get it, add it to their drinking water 2-3 days, twice a day, in the morning and then in the afternoon. So if you do this 3 days, that's all, they will recover. Okay. And then if the bird, sometimes some birds, they are not good. So it takes time for them to recover. So if the bird is struggling, you see that the bird is having the case of that bird is severe. That is what I want to see. The case of the bird is severe, very, very severe, serious. You have to, catch the bird and then feed the bird with the medicine. Okay, give the medicine to the bird. What I mean is, I have to take this again. Okay, what I mean is, you take hold of the bird. It's just like a baby. So after taking hold of the bird, you get 1 tablet, okay, and give it to the bird. If the case of the bird is severe, in that instance, even if you serve the drinking water, the bird is not going to take it. So you have to introduce this to the bird. You have to catch the bird and give the medicine to that bird. Within a day, 2, the bird is going to recover. Okay, so guys, that is the things I'm doing. This is the synthetic medicine I'm using. And then, as I think I've showed you this in one of the videos I did before, in addition to the herbal medicines. Okay, and then I'm beginning to research more about how to use the herbs and then the other things in treating the chickens. So guys, I hope this video helps you. If you enjoy it, hit the thumbs up, and then I'll see you tomorrow for another wonderful one like this. Bye bye for now.